Hi, it's Catherine here from Too Busy to Blog. How are you? I wanted to talk to you today about what I've been doing. So this month I am batch creating 3 ebooks. I actually started off with the month, I wanted to make 1 ebook because I've been wanting to do it for a long time for my hiking website. I wanted to get more ebooks for sale on there. And then once I started to work on it, I decided that I'm going to actually do 3. So I'm batch creating 3 ebooks in spare moments around looking after baby and my son. So the technique that I've been trying out for working and working on the computer and finding time to work on the computer and being productive is, I'm calling it the baby Pomodoro technique, right? So I don't know if you're familiar with the Pomodoro strategy, the Pomodoro productivity technique, but basically how it works is that you set a Pomodoro timer, little tomato timer, for 25 minutes, and then you just work, focus, like, nothing, don't do anything else, just work. And then you have a break of minimum 5 minutes, and then you start the next 25 minutes, but you might just work for 25 minutes. So I've got a baby Pomodoro, right? So I've been trying to work on the computer in the evening after my children have gone to sleep. So luckily, usually my 4-month-old baby usually settles down and does sleep quite well in the night, but in the early evening, she'll wake up often, you know, and you have to go back and settle her again. So the reason why I'm trying to work in the evening is because I'm looking after her all day. I never have any time away from her at this stage. She's 4 months old, and I'm breastfeeding her like on demand, or you know, so I'm basically like with her all the time. Like she's just right down there, like on the carpet, probably weeing on the carpet or something. But anyway, let's not worry about that. So I'm never away from her, so she's with me at all times. Now I can, like, theoretically sit down and type away when I'm feeding her, or when she's napping, but so far I'm finding it quite difficult to do that. With sitting her down and feeding her, it's just really uncomfortable to be typing like that. And I did do that with my other baby. I had to write a 5,000 word new foreword for a book that I wrote with someone. I co-wrote with someone. So with my previous baby, who's now 3.5, nearly 4, I actually, whenever he breastfed, which was a lot, then I would sit down and type, and I'd find a comfortable position. But somehow I just can't find that with my daughter. I don't know. And the other thing that is preventing me is when she's napping, it's kind of a bit random. It hasn't quite settled down into a routine. And I'm usually carrying her and rocking her and stuff. So that is really hard to type as well. So that is why I am trying out, okay, I thought I'll do my admin tasks and my phone calls and things in the daytime when my baby's around. Things like this video I can do, although she's pretty distracting right now, but she's fine. So I thought that I would try working in the evening on my computer. So anyway, back to the baby Pomodoro. So a few nights recently when I was trying to settle down to work, because I'm right, the evening's here, bedtime, I'll be able to get some work done. So put my son to bed, put my daughter to bed. Half an hour later, she wakes up. I go, right, okay, go back upstairs, settle her down. Half an hour later, back downstairs, back on the computer. Half an hour, she wakes up, back upstairs, settle her down, back down. And this happened about 4 times. So this can drive you crazy. This, like, you actually, like, I just want to work. I can't work. The way I used to work, I used to have a block of time when my son was in childcare, in a creche or a nursery, and I would just sit down and focus. But now I don't get that. So now I get these blocks called the baby Pomodoro. So actually, just think about it this way. If you're in a similar situation, the Pomodoro technique is a recommended productivity technique. And this is your baby providing you with that. So if you just get interrupted by your baby, just think, okay, that's fine. I was focusing and I was working, and now I'll go and think about something else and look at my Kindle while I settle my baby or whatever, and then come back and work again. So the next thing I want to talk about, I'm just going to sort her out and then I'll come back, is how to cope with it as well, the second thing. So bear with me while I do that. I'm back. So as I was saying, the baby Pomodoro technique is what you may be experiencing. So try and think of it in a positive way. It can be extremely infuriating, but I'm trying to flip my mindset and make it, oh dear, you okay? Make it out to be like a positive thing, right? So the thing I wanted to talk about is how to cope with the baby Pomodoro if it happens to you. If you're working for 30 minutes and then that's all you get and you're interrupted. You have to sort of channel your patience and your stubbornness and your parenting skills. So, for example, the other day, my nearly 4-year-old was having a bit of a meltdown, and I don't know if you know what they're like. They kind of sit on the floor and say that they're not going to go anywhere, and I won't go anywhere, and I'm just going to sit here. And so I am extremely patient. Unless I have to be somewhere, I'm like, okay, I can stand here all day and all night. And I honestly would stand there for hours until he decides that it's not a good idea to just stand there. I would be there all night if I had to. I am extremely patient and extremely stubborn. And you need to kind of channel that if you get the baby Pomodoro effect, because it's almost like circumstances or the universe is testing you, and you just have to go, all right, I'm going to go and settle the baby again, and I'll come back down and I'll start again, and I can do this all night. But in a more positive way. Like, I can do this all night if I need to. That's what I'm going to do. Not all night. I'm not saying stay up all night. I just mean, like, be stubborn and keep getting back to it. Okay, I was interrupted. That's fine. That's the Pomodoro. That's the productivity technique that we're supposed to follow. It's okay. And then just come back down to it. Go and settle the baby. Come back. Go and settle the baby, come back. Go and settle the baby, come back. Okay, so that is basically the baby Pomodoro technique for productivity and getting things done. I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll let you know how I get on with my ebooks. And if you're interested in batch blogging, I have my course, the Batch Create and Automate Bootcamp, which tells you how I batch my blog step by step and how I batch and automate social media as well. So that is always open. You can join and learn about batch blogging when you have very little time. So I'll finish there, but I will speak to you again soon, and I hope you find that useful. Bye!